Ronaldo's birthday just passed this February, the greatest part of it. Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday came and went this February, as it does every year, quietly marked on calendars yet loudly celebrated across the world. Social media flooded with tributes. Old goals resurfaced. Debates reignited. Fans posted edits, statistics, memories, and messages of gratitude. Teammates, clubs, and icons of the game offered their respect. But beyond the candles, beyond the posts, beyond the numbers, this birthday carried a deeper meaning. Because the greatest part of Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday this February was not that he turned another year older. It was that he was still Cristiano Ronaldo, still relevant, still competitive, still discussed, still scoring, still inspiring, still refusing to fade quietly into nostalgia. In a sport that moves quickly, forgets brutally, and replaces mercilessly, that is extraordinary. A birthday in the autumn of a career, but not the end. Football is unforgiving to age. For most players, birthdays beyond the early 30s are reminders of decline. Minutes decrease, expectations lower, conversations shift from performance to legacy. But Ronaldo's birthday this February felt different. It did not sound like a farewell. It did not feel like a countdown. It did not read like a closing chapter. Instead, it felt like a pause, a moment to look around and realize that very few athletes in history have reached this point still standing at the center of attention. The greatest part of this birthday was not nostalgia. It was presence. Still here in a game that never waits. Football never waits. New stars arrive every season. New records emerge. New narratives replace old ones. Yet even as Ronaldo celebrated another birthday this February, he remained part of the present tense. He was not discussed as what he used to be, but as what he still brings. That distinction matters. It is the difference between remembrance and relevance. And relevance, at this stage of a career, is rare. The greatest gift: longevity without disappearance. Many legends retire too early. Others stay too long and quietly fade. Ronaldo has done neither. The greatest part of his birthday this February was the evidence that longevity does not have to mean invisibility. He has extended his career without surrendering his identity. He is still demanding, still ambitious, still obsessed with winning. That obsession, so often criticized, so often misunderstood, is precisely what allowed him to reach this birthday with his name still echoing across football. A birthday marked by discipline, not celebration. Ronaldo's birthdays have never been about excess. They are not stories of wild parties or indulgence. They are quiet, controlled, and intentional. This February was no different. While fans celebrated, Ronaldo trained. While the world debated his legacy, he prepared for the next match. While social media replayed his past, he focused on the next moment. The greatest part of his birthday was not the attention, it was the routine. Because routine is what built him. What this birthday represented to fans. For fans, this birthday carried something personal. Many who celebrated it grew up watching Ronaldo. Some were children when he debuted. Some became football fans because of him. Some trained harder, believed more, or dreamed bigger because of his example. This February felt like a shared milestone. Not because of age, but because of endurance. Seeing Ronaldo still active, still driven, still competing gave fans something rare in modern sport: continuity. The numbers are secondary now, and that's the point. Earlier in his career, birthdays were measured in goals and trophies. Now, the numbers matter less than the meaning. The greatest part of this birthday was not how many goals he scored that year, but that he still demanded standards from himself. That internal fire has not dimmed. And that is more impressive than any statistic. Still a reference point for greatness. One of the clearest signs of Ronaldo's enduring impact is how often he is still used as a benchmark. Young players are compared to him. Training regimens are modeled after him. Mentality discussions reference him. Even on his birthday, the football world did not just celebrate his past, it debated his place. That conversation alone is proof of relevance. The quiet victory over time. Time defeats everyone eventually. But not all defeats look the same. Ronaldo's birthday this February felt like a quiet victory over time, not because he stopped aging, but because he refused to let age define his value. He adapted. He adjusted. He evolved. That evolution is the greatest part of this birthday. From talent to template. Early in his career, Ronaldo was admired for talent. Now, he is studied as a template. How to train, how to recover, how to prepare mentally, how to extend a career beyond expectations. This February marked another year where Ronaldo existed not just as a player, but as a blueprint. Why this birthday felt symbolic. This birthday did not arrive with fireworks or finality. It arrived with continuity. That is what made it special. There was no sense of last. No announcement of decline. No forced farewell narrative. Instead, there was simply Ronaldo, still doing Ronaldo things. In a sport obsessed with endings, that is powerful. The respect that no longer needs defending. Earlier birthdays were often accompanied by arguments, comparisons, criticism. This February felt calmer. Not because debates ended, but because respect solidified. Even critics now acknowledge what longevity at this level means. The greatest part of this birthday was that Ronaldo no longer needs defending. His career speaks loudly enough. A birthday that belongs to more than one person. Cristiano Ronaldo's birthday no longer belongs solely to him. It belongs to fans who grew up with him, players inspired by him, coaches who studied him, critics who challenged him. This February was a reminder that some careers grow larger than the individual. They become shared history. What comes after the candles? The most Ronaldo thing about his birthday is what happens after it. He moves on. No dwelling. No reflection for too long. No slowing down because of sentiment. That forward momentum is why this birthday mattered. Because even now, he is still looking ahead. The greatest part, defined. So what was the greatest part of Ronaldo's birthday this February? It wasn't the number. It wasn't the posts. It wasn't the highlights. It was this. He is still part of the story. Not as a memory. Not as a legend watching from afar. But as an active chapter in football's present. That is rare. That is earned. That is Cristiano Ronaldo. A birthday without an ending. As this February passed, Ronaldo's birthday left behind no conclusion, only continuation. And perhaps that is the greatest part of all. Because when history eventually looks back, this birthday will be remembered not as a turning point, but as proof that greatness can endure longer than expected. And in football, that might be the greatest achievement of all.